What's up, guys? Coming to you with another segment of Ascension segment. Ascension, which means to rise. Segment is just coming to you in a meeting form. Today I just want to talk to you about suffering preceding passion. That's the topic of this video, suffering preceding passion. As I've thought about this week, just something that's really been heavily or deeply embedded in me and my thought process as going into 2017 as far as maximizing potential. This year it should be about maximizing potential. This year it should be about manifesting greatness. Let me say that again. It should be about maximizing potential and manifesting greatness. So this year, just really talking about greatness, that being the theme of my year, that being the very culture of my year, that being the way that I will begin and end my year is with fulfilling my greatness within this year, getting to my destiny through fulfilling my greatness. So today's topic, I just want to talk to you about suffering preceding passion. That's right, suffering preceding passion. Last week it was about being martyr, dying to yourself, dying to your old habits. This week it is about suffering preceding passion. You know, if anybody, any celebrity, any great sports athlete, anybody in any arena, whether it be business, sports, whether it be leadership, whatever it may be, you know, they begin with a suffering season in their life that eventually led to a season of passion, which produced greatness. Let me say that again. Anybody who you know who's extremely good in their field and who's innovative and who's great in their field first began with a season of suffering, moved to passion, and now produces greatness. That's right, I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute. Simply what I'm saying is, if you want to be great, there's a season and a process that you have to go through in order to get to that passion. See, the suffering just gives you more of it's a process is what it is. And through that suffering phase determines how you stick out to get to the passion, and then in turn leads you to the greatness. But the part that I want to talk about right now will be the part from suffering to passion, because that will be the distance of time and space that you would need to actually be disciplined enough to get from suffering to greatness, or from suffering to passion. See, the thing of it is most of us don't like to. Most of us can't complete the process because we stop just shy of our goal, of which is greatness. So we stop. Let me tell you a story. The story is, at one particular point, there was a man, and this man he was digging, trying to get to gold. He was trying and attempting to get to the greatness. But the thing of it is he stopped just shy of the goal, just shy of the value. That cannot be you within this year. You cannot stop just shy of the passion. You cannot stop just shy of the greatness. You cannot stop just shy of the value. Why? Because if you stop just shy, you'll never see it. So what I'm telling you is there has to be a continual cycle of chasing and pursuing the passion and the greatness. Yeah, you may be in a season of suffering, but I guarantee you that if you continue to strive and continue to go and continue to have discipline enough to continue to go and to see that thing manifested in which you desire to see, which is your greatness, which is internal, then you'll see it. So today I have 3 points for you. The first point is suffering, the second point is passion, and the third point is greatness. So the thing of it is we first have to get through this phase of suffering. And the question that I want to ask you is, what is the very essential core that will get us through the phase of suffering to passion? I'll tell you what it is. That very essential phase that gets us from suffering to passion is discipline. You have to stay disciplined in all manners to understand that whatever you're going through right now will not always last, that it's only a temporal moment in time. And it shall pass, as the saying goes, this too shall pass. So you have to stay grounded and rooted to make sure that you're in the right place at the right time, preceding that stage of suffering to get to passion. Because literally the only thing the whole time in that suffering phase that gets you to the next phase, which is passion, is passion. You have to have a passion to push through the hardship. You have to have a passion to push through the lack. You have to have a passion to push through the adversity to get to the passion, to get to the greatness. Let me say that again. You have to have discipline and passion to get through the suffering phase, to get to the passion, to get to greatness. So this is the thing. The very thing that keeps you is discipline. But the only thing that will keep you in the discipline phase is being grounded and rooted. You have to, my mom always said, son, either you stand for something or you fall for anything. You have to stand for something within this year. Not only do you have to stand for something within this year, but you have to make sure that you have a destination that you're reaching, as well as in your stance position. So you have to stand for something, but you have to be going toward a destination. So in your suffering, you have to stand, but on your way to the passion, you have to understand that your destination is the greatness. So my question to you now, my second question to you as we approach passion is, what are you willing to do to get to the passion phase? Is the passion phase valuable enough for you to pass through the suffering phase to get to the passion? And is the passion phase valuable enough for you to pass through that phase to get to the greatness? See, most of us negate the process, and we never see it through, although we may be so close, because we don't value the process, number one, but we don't feel like we're making any progress in the process. So you have to make sure that you're tracking yourself. You have to make sure that you're in the process. And when I say take your stance in the process, you have to fully be there. You have to be engaged in the process of suffering to understand that there has to be a greater step. There has to be a greater step. I posted something on Instagram a few days ago, and that says that it says that you weren't just created to work a job. You weren't just created and placed here on earth to pay bills. So you have to understand that in these preceding phases, that there's something greater that you're meant to attain while you're here on earth. My third and final phase is greatness. How do I attain the greatness phase? I'm glad you asked. So the thing of it is how do I attain the greatness phase? Somebody may ask. How you attain the greatness phase is you continue to proceed that suffering phase to get to the passion phase. But beyond that passion phase is a greatness phase. And all of these phases, you have to go through a process. You cannot negate any part of the process, because you will have to eventually evolve through these processes and start all the way over. It's not worth it. So in 2017, make sure that you make up in your mind that you're going to stick to the process. That's how you reach the greatness phase, because you manifest your full weight. What is your full weight? Manifesting who you are to get to the greatness. That's what it is. Manifesting everything with you. Manifesting your greatness. Manifesting your full potential. What is potential? What is potency? Potency means that that whatever you have as a product, or whoever I'm talking to right now, means that you're full. You're full of ideas. You're full of manifestations. You're full of greatness. But the only challenge is that you manifest that this has to come to the forefront within 2017. That's what I'm trying to say to you today. In order for you to manifest your greatness, for your greatness to come to the forefront, you have to bring it forth. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to work on it for you. This process must be continual so that you can see your greatness in 2017. So your destination depends on the process. The delay or how soon you get there depends on how fast or how consistent you are through this process throughout 2017. So make sure that in 2017 that you manifest your greatness. But more importantly, make sure that you go through the process and that you're not negating the process. And understand that this year has to be the best year of your life. Why? Because you have to go through the process to make sure that you don't negate any part of your value, to make sure that you see your full value manifested, known as greatness. Have a great day.